I would like to be bearish for the day. I did switch my bias. Hopefully that's a good learning point for all of us. All right, good morning, y'all. It's currently pre-market. Taking a look at the overnight price action, it looks like the indexes are moving in completely opposite directions. NQ continues to make higher highs and ES continues to make lower lows. That being said, we do have a high time frame bearish SMT with ES being the leading index. In order for that SMT to be considered complete, we would need to take out these basically equal high time frame lows. So I would like to be bearish for the day because of the fact that we do have this high time frame confluence as well as a very strong draw on liquidity to the downside being the equal high time frame lows. But I'm not going to let my bias get in the way of reading the market today. I'm just going to let price action tell me where the market wants to move and then act based off of that. I'll see y'all boys at market open. And just like that, not even 20 minutes into market open, we ended up absolutely tanking and taking out the equal high time frame lows that I mentioned earlier in my pre-market analysis. So now all there is to do is just wait and see if we get any form of reaction off of them or not, because we are well above the same lows over on NASDAQ. So it's time to just be patient, wait and see if the market gives us any opportunity for the day. And if not, I'm perfectly okay with just not taking a trade today. After taking out all these draws on liquidity to the downside, we now got a 5-minute break of structure to the upside on NQ. So I'm waiting for a 5-minute retracement and then I'm looking to target all-time highs. I did switch my bias from short to long because of the fact that we came down, took out all the draws and liquidity that I wanted to see taken for the day, and then we got a clean reversal off of it. And if we can give me confluences to tell me that we want to continue higher, I'm perfectly fine with then targeting longs. Because look at how far off of the same lows, like we took out these lows on ES and they're all the way down here on NQ. So it's more probable that the market would want to move back up to all-time highs on NQ instead of coming all the way back down 4 times the amount of points to take out the same lows that ES took out. So I'm just waiting, watching, and being patient. And let's see if we can get a proper 5-minute retrace. And then I'll be looking on the 1-minute time frame for confirmation back to the upside to then target longs to all-time high on NASDAQ for the day. So we ended up getting that 5-minute retracement over on NQ into this 5-minute fair value gap. Currently, I'm scaling down to the 1-minute and waiting for a 1-minute confirmation out of the 5-minute fair value gap. So if we can break 1-minute structure back to the upside on NQ, I'll be looking to take longs up to all-time highs. Got about 2 seconds till this candle closes. So ended up breaking structure to the upside over on NQ on the 1-minute. So I'm currently entering longs up to all-time highs. So we ended up getting taken out of that trade, as you guys can see. I got a really bad fill. I ended up just top ticking longs. And so the contract size that I went in with was, I guess, not the equivalent to what I had planned for my stop loss size, because I originally was thinking my entry would be somewhere in this vicinity down here. And so I had the proper contract amount, ended up getting a really bad fill, top ticking longs. And so I got stopped out a little bit earlier than I had really thought I would. I wanted my stop loss to be down here as you guys saw it placed, but ended up getting stopped out right up here instead with the bad fill. And that's just a part of live market trading that it takes some getting used to, but not every entry is going to be perfect. I lost $207 today, hitting my personal daily loss limit. As you guys can see, I'm currently sitting around break even on the account, essentially only up about $167 with 4 days of trading. Last week on this fresh account, I lost my first 2 trades, and then coming into this week, I hit the big trade on Monday to make up for those losses and then some, which then led me into today where I lost again. And so my balance is pretty much around break even, only up about $167, and that's all part of the game. You're going to be break even, you're going to be up, down, and you just got to ride the wave, and you just got to keep executing your strategy day in and day out, and eventually over time with the proper system in place, you'll come out on top. So it looks like we ended up actually just full on reversing back to the downside downside on both the indexes. So this is the kind of trade that I'm willing to take as a loss whenever we actually reverse order flow back in the opposite direction. But something that I quickly want to go over that I learned today is that whenever you have a set bias at the beginning of the day and your draws and liquidity that you wanted to see taken out for the day get hit, you should be done trading. You should just sit out for the rest of the day, lock out your account, and move on and live to trade another day. Like, for example, today we took out the equal high time frame lows within 20 minutes of market open. That was the final draw on liquidity that I wanted to see taken for the day. And to expect the market to reverse all the way back up to all-time highs was a little bit ambitious now looking back at it, even though we did get all the confluences and steps of my strategy. So just for future reference, something that I'll be looking to keep a lookout for, and I think is a good learning point for everyone, is that once your set bias plays out for the day and the draws and liquidity are taken, just lock your account out, call it a day, and live to trade another day for the following day. There's no shame in not looking for a reversal or looking for a continuation trade after the fact. It's actually a positive because your bias ended up playing out for the day. So I just wanted to throw that out there, and hopefully that's a good learning point for all of us, and I'll see you boys tomorrow.